What is up, Assetto Corsa racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. We're here with Assetto Corsa EVO. I've been playing this game all day. It released this morning for me, and it has been quite a journey. If you are looking to buy this game, I have got some thoughts, some input, and a direction on how I would like to try to guide you and give you some honest feedback. If you already own the game, I'm going to try to give you a few tips in the settings for maybe how to set the car up a little better if you're having some issues, and a few other things you can do in the graphics to try to bring your frames up. And if you already own this game and you're a big fan, turn this off right now. See you later. We're going to trash it for a little bit, so I don't want to offend anybody. Don't yuck my yum. I won't yuck your yum. You like what you like. If you like this game, you're wrong. All right, at the end of the day, guys, let's just dig right into it. Upon doing my due diligence, I learned some stuff, but I'm not going to go back and refilm this whole thing. So, here is some precursors from what's to come. You are going to set up your wheel, and it's frustrating, and I complain about that. And I addressed that it would need to be done with third-party software because they don't let you tweak it in-game. I was right, but they do at least offer a guide. You have to go find it. If you go to assettocorsa.gg and then you go to games, you go to Evo, and then you go down to, here's all the stuff. We have to go all the way to, once this tabs, there's nowhere else I can find this. We go to compatibility, seamless controls, get wheel setup guide. You grab that, you download it. Now it gives you a handful of options for what to set up in the game, where to set that up. I do show you that. But then they give you recommendations, and then for Fanatec, there's what you do in your device setup. Set it to 7 Newton meters. Logitech Pro, they really want you to set this stuff to specific numbers. So even if you're balling out on a sim cube that'll do 15, you need to bring it down to 8 for everything to work right. Guys, this is, I think it's pretty huge. There's nowhere, and I mean not on the Steam page that I could find anywhere, does it say, hey, go download this guide because you need to set your stuff up this way. Like, if you don't know that right off the cuff, you're going to have to go digging for it. So I want you guys to have that. Links will be down below. They're not paying me for this. They definitely should, but we're going to talk shit and get hit here in just a minute. In addition to all the fun that is addressed here, they do say some stuff that I want you guys to kind of like take note as we go through the game together. It's a journey. Visual masterpiece is what we're going to go with. That implies to me that it's probably better than anything they've ever put out. So let's just compare it to ACC. Let's go. Lifelike worlds, visceral feeling, immersive soundscape, seamless controls. That looks really good. I'm not sure what game that's in. That looks good though. Photorealistic experience. You guys be the judge. Unmatched precision, whatever. End of day, they make a lot of claims. And they make a lot of claims for what is out right now. Anyway, let's get to the review. The first thing I want you guys to see is over here in the settings tab all the way to the right. Controls, when you're setting up your force feedback on your wheel and everything. These top tabs have everything that we're going to be adjusting. I have 2 wheelbases that show up for some reason. Only one of those is adjustable. Once you've done that, if you click on steering and then come over to properties, you now have the ability to adjust the dead zone and the steering, like degrees of rotation for your wheel. Like mine is set for 900, so we're going to save that. I've had to do this every time I boot up the game. It's not been fantastic. And so at the end of the day, when I finally dialed these in, they were good, but I didn't screenshot or save what I was doing, and I'm far too frustrated to come back and deal with it now. So I do want you guys to see that. Throttle and brakes. One of these is the dead zone on the top end, like how far you've got to push the pedal, so you can bring this to like there, and then you've only got to push it 80% to get 100% travel in the brake, so to speak. I can't remember which one it was. Once again, it didn't save. Flawless video game. By messing with this, just clicking over here, guys, it went to X input controller. Make sure that you have got your your wheel, whatever you're trying to adjust, stays highlighted as you traverse through the properties and the settings, because it does that, and I think that's why maybe I had the issue with it not saving. I'm discarding all of it. Mixed results on how things work. Video, here's the deal. This game does not run anything optimized at all. It's difficult. People are reporting all kinds of different, like, frame rates. I do not run DLSS. What I get is what I get. I have a 4090. It's not any fake frames, no upscaling. We're legit. That being said, I get 120, but my encoder on OBS and everything else is unable to perform because my graphics card is being maxed out. It's insane. This game will use everything you've got 100%. And so even when I adjust the settings, it still puts max load on my card and makes the encoder for OBS, which is the recording software I use to make videos for you guys, it makes it not work correctly. It's super frustrating. Here are the settings that I have tweaked to try to get a better overall output. Big gripe, developers, if you get around to this, hey guys, give me the ability to pick my frame rate. I want 165 because that's the panel I have, so I'd like to lock it there, not 120. But I definitely don't want to go 240. I feel like I'm using extra resources. You see where I'm going with this? Thanks. Let me make that number whatever I want. VSync is off. Full screen. I read this on some guys that were having issues, and they were on a forum. Full screen off. If you were running with it on, people have had tremendous issues with the game running at like 10%, like just slow motion, the whole thing. Not good, not worth. Oh, big gripe for me, guys. Triples does not work. Could not get these to perform the way that I wanted to at all. Having an ultra wide center with normal aspect ratios on the sides was not working. The whole system was not happy. So great. Somebody eventually will probably fix that, but that's where we're at. So graphics presets, playing with that is insane. I've gone through all of these different things. I don't run any upscaling. I am running just 2x on the multi-sampling, and the thematic anti-aliasing, I have it just kind of sharp. I kind of just decided to shoot medium at everything, but the grass, there's a level of detail. Let me find that. Turn it off. It will give you just super better grass density. If you turn that off, your frames are up. I was playing with all of them. The number one thing, just off. You'll have a greater day. That was the big one for me. There's a couple others that do make sense. These mirrors, you turn the mirrors off and turn the resolution off, frames up. So those are the big hitters, guys. I would really encourage you to do that. It doesn't make the game look any worse, really, because at the end of the day, this game does not look great. It is brand new, and don't get me wrong, they can add a lot of textures, they can do a lot of stuff, but they're competing with themselves. We have Competition, and that's a pretty game, and this is not really a pretty game. So the rest of this is basically Star Citizen Simulator, which is click on a bunch of placeholders and nothing works. Shout out to my homies there. The audio is mixed. I haven't had a lot of fun with that. I really wish we had natural, like, first-party software for bass shakers, vibration, and haptics. I have not found that. If that's here, if they plan that, great. It's really important that that's available. I think that it's very accessible to new gamers that are going to be picking this up for the first time. And when you have the ability to flip a switch and it automatically finds that channel, and where you can assign whatever channel that is if you've only got one vibrating thing on your rig, so in this case maybe the butt kicker, it makes life a lot easier. iRacing's got it. Come on, step up your game, guys. Let's get that going later on. Gallery is nothing. Once again, Star Citizen Simulator. Driver is Star Citizen Simulator. Type in all your stuff, apply it, save it, do it again every time you boot up the game. It'll never save. Have a great day. Academy will work when we have internet access with this game. Huge gripe I have with that, but we will touch on it a little later. Vehicles, once again, mixed right now. It was 5 vehicles with 4 different liveries for each one. Now it's multiple different brands. We have a total of 20 cars, but they're presented like this. So when you go in to look at the Porsche, you're like, oh my god, amazing. There's 15 different GT3s. No. There's one car, and you have 15 different liveries because we needed it presented like this. My understanding is this morning, when this was 1.0 and it officially launched, and that was the first version I was playing, I had access to the 5 cars. The rest of this stuff is stuff I have to unlock and progress through. And then you get it. Because the online's not working, they released a bunch of stuff and we're locked into this offline mode, and here it is, but they're going to take it away later once online begins to work again. Other cool things that I think are really going to dick us down later is something we'll get into. Special events also don't work. Let's go into the single player. So here's the thing. You've got two modes. We have practice and quick race. I've tried quick race multiple times. I clicked go to see what would happen with 34 opponents. It didn't work. The issue is anytime I get around 10 cars on the track, my ability for my graphics card to give you a recording that is functional is just diminished greatly. So if I go into regular practice and drive, at least you can see some driving. And I know a lot of you guys are here for that, but I want to get all the talking out of the way too. Sorry. So we're going to do practice session. Tracks, there's 5. You get multiple versions of a few. Brands Hatch, great. Mola, great. Laguna Seca, Mount Panorama, and Suzuka. 3 different versions on Suzuka. We're going to go around Mount Panorama. I love Bathurst. Great track. They've got some good stuff here. My gripe is that that's going to get stale quick. So 0.1. All right, no worries. No worries. They're going to give us more. Here, when you click all and then start to go through the cars, this is how it's presented. Every livery for every car is in here. The Porsche's the worst offender, but the Camaro's a slut. We've got 6 blue ones with different wheels. Or no, different brake calipers? Huge. There's no reason for it. No reason. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. Let's grab the Mazda Cup. This is a fun little car. I drive it a lot in iRacing. It seems to handle pretty well around Bathurst. We'll change the weather to heavy rain. I want you guys to give a shot on that. The reason I want to bring attention to the rain is this. I've been spending the last 5 days leading up to this playing iRacing. I'm preparing for the 24 at Daytona. I've been running a series called Rain Masters. It's where the entire race, the entire time is raining. And it looks kind of like this. So the sessions, you can set up the vehicle. Each vehicle is different. Tire pressures, toes, camber, whatever. Some cars have electronics. The GT3 car has like ABS, fuel strategy, whatever. Different tires, suspension. Each car has different settings you can come and tweak. I've yet to find a car that has real aero. It's always ride height. They give me wang. I cannot adjust wang. Bigger wang. Cool. Let's go drive. Views look like this. Wipers are flying. It's not an ugly game, but it's not special. So coming back around to the wet, there's going to be hot take here, okay, guys? Assetto Corsa Competizione, iRacing, Forza. There's a lot of different games that are in the sim space. Gran Turismo. I don't play Gran Turismo, so I can't really use that as a comparison. But rain in itself is not a new concept, okay? How it is implemented in 2025 as a new game is really important. They are touting this as neat rain physics and the way it collects and stuff. For the little bit that I've read from a developer-first statement, they've got some expectations for what this rain's going to be. I spoke about me driving Rain Masters in iRacing. It's not even close. iRacing's rain is really special, as it is in different areas. There's big puddles. You'll hydroplane. You'll lock up 2 tires on one side or just one tire hitting the water, and the rest of the car will be fine. The grip coefficient and how everything kind of works changes in different parts of the track, and the grips go up and down really based lap to lap. Like, you can be going pretty fast paced and lose it. Look at telemetry and you're actually easier than you were before, and it's all rain related. This game doesn't do that. The rain is raining, so our grip is less. End of discussion. I've got the same amount of grip pretty much everywhere on the track, in my opinion. It's like I've got instead of 100% grip, I've got 70% grip kind of everywhere. It doesn't feel like a good model to me. It just makes everything feel more slippy. So I'm not saying that they don't have pretty rain or that it doesn't function in some way or another, and because obviously I am losing it, but it's not when you compare it to other things in the space, this is nothing special. This is just water. At least to me it is. I mean, maybe from a graphical standpoint, developer standpoint, it's really special. Nah. I don't think so. Now, let's back up a few steps and talk about what the game is. For me, it's a $31 price point. For $31, what do I get today? I get 5 tracks, 20 cars, sim experience, single player and multiplayer. By the end of 2025, I will have a lot. It'll be a fully fledged game. I'll have paid 30 bucks. For 30 bucks to have this experience, it's not bad. Now, that's in a vacuum, right? Like, that's just us talking about, my goodness, we're just sliding everywhere. It feels like ice right now. And that I was driving on medium earlier, now we're on heavy, so just whatever. But 30 bucks is 3 months of iRacing, so I get a full game that they're going to update and do stuff. That's worth it, alright? Like, this game will be worth the money that you put into it as you progress and we wait months and months for it to be out. But in the short term, maybe buy it and just forget about it. Just don't buy it. Like, don't play it. Other games are prettier, other games have better racing, all the other games run better and have communities. There's no actual advantage to owning and playing this game right now. And so the only thing I can see is, hey, it is on kind of sale, and in a year they'll probably try to sell it for $60 or $70. So you can get it at half price if you buy a year early and then help with their development or whatever. I want to address the biggest issue that I've got with this. The online component and how I see this going. I really feel like the modding way that they've got this set with always online and how it needs to check in, it's gone. The idea that they are going to create a ecosystem for modders to make new cars or fun mods where the mirrors flip in and out, or we got touch screens, or any of the good Assetto Corsa mods, those aren't coming. That was kind of my hope. Like, this game was going to be a new bed for that to work on, because they've talked about how they want to implement the mods for these guys and allow everyone to grow with the car brands that want to do stuff. No, all they did was just put a check and balance system that means you are not connected to their service if you got weird shit on your computer. And so we are not going to be able to have cool mods, at least not nearly as easily, and they're going to make it so we can't just go grab a nice laser scan Ferrari and then do stuff with it. It's how they're keeping their partners happy. In the process, we're not going to get a better modding game. Like, they talked in a way that made it seem like we were going to get something. I had hopes. Like, I made a mistake hoping that way. So I don't want anybody to see anybody's talk about this and be like, oh yeah, no, it's cool, like there's going to be mods and the community's going to make all this great stuff. No, it's going to be game approved, admin only approved mods that you see, and you're not going to get anything that is cool, because all the cool stuff is going to be locked behind trademarks that we will not be able to put in the game. Whereas true mods that we can just do whatever we want, that's when the special stuff comes. But as soon as they have to cultivate it and curate it, it's over. That's my opinion anyway. Overall, the game's going to run mid. It looks mid. It performs under the threshold of mid. You got to have robust stuff to go. It's frustrating because it doesn't have my 3-panel. Even if it did, I still wouldn't probably love it a lot more. How do you set your FOV? I'm not sure. Never got that far. The game's crashed on me plenty of times. I don't want to be...
What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are you doing this? What the... Okie dokie.
I've had stability issues and it makes my graphics card cry. Are there settings? Is there stuff I can change? Is there things I can do to make this experience better?
Looks like potentially just soft lock the game. if this screen goes away here. I won't draw it out. Yo, dude.
Yes. Is it worth the effort? Absolutely not. Not when there's turnkey other games that are better in every aspect. And I'm not just saying iRacing. Like, I enjoy the game, but I understand that it's a service, and it's not the prettiest game by any means. Competizione is a very pretty game. I like that a lot. So I think that that's got a place in the world. What they're trying to do here and what it is, I'm not sure what direction it's going. I see Evo. Where is it? Where's the evolution? Like, can somebody drop a comment if you made it this far with my rambling? What the Evo means? Like,
come on, man. Yo, okay, Windows is still working. Alright, so apparently whatever that does breaks it. Alt F4, okay.
like, what are we evolving? What am I supposed to look for that is better than any of this other competition? Because I don't see it. And when you release mediocrity to me, it's hard for me to get excited. Don't get me wrong, early access, cool. 0.1, I understand the expectation. But based on what I see here, I don't know what they're going to do that's going to make me go, man, this game has come such a long way over the last year. It has all of these whatevers that make it so different or so much better or comfy or enjoyable than X, Y, or Z. And with them tightening up how they're going to do the mods and the way that things are currently being presented to me, I don't know what that's going to look like, but I guess we could call it a little bit of cynicism. I'm cynical about a lot of stuff.
Great game. I'm going to restart it. I'll see you back at the menus.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. That's this game in a nutshell. If Evo changes and I'm aware of it, I'll give you guys a solid update, because I'd love to eat crow and be like, shit, it's awesome. But not this week. You guys have a great rest of your day. See you next time. Bye-bye.